I don't know when I started rushing my days away. Last thing I remember, I had time, lots of it. When I was a child, I had whole days where I did absolutely nothing productive, and I would play on the playground, and I would swing on the swing set, and the moment I would hit the highest point forward, when I was swinging, I would stare at the sky at that moment, and it would feel like the time had stopped. That moment was taking forever. I would listen to all the birds in the trees and dream about all the things I could be. It felt infinite, and my older self from the future felt like someone I could trust. I would have a good life. Somewhere in my early 20s, that changed. I had some disappointments with my art business, and things didn't take off quickly as I hoped, and the pressure set in, the kind of pressure that made my chest feel tight all the time. I started believing I was running late, that I was running out of time, and that I had to become someone, achieve something quickly or else. And that's when time stopped feeling like a friend to me and started feeling like my absolute enemy. Today, I'm gonna slow down and make my new flower cottages. The collection of 4 different cottages with ordinary flowers on top of their roofs, and each will come in the form of desk charm and a form of keychain. I hope you enjoy this process and that you slow down with me a little bit while I tell you my story about time. They say time moves faster when we get older, and in a way that feels true. But here is the thing, it's not. This year, 2025, has just as many days that are just as long as in the year of 2005. That year, 2005, I was 7 years old, and I had all the time in the world. I remember getting distracted by flowers on my way to school and completely forgetting about time. I would play computer games for hours, wander around the neighborhood all summer long, and making art, crafting, and imagining all sorts of things. In that whole time, I know I never once thought I'm running out of time. Time just simply existed. It was there, and I was a part of it, not against it. So what happened? When did time become something to fear and resist and try to get around? I think for me, the resistance happened when I started experiencing failure. Probably when I felt like I was falling behind and when I started to compare myself to other people. Sometimes people I knew of, my schoolmates that were my own age, but most of the time it was comparing to people on the internet who seemed to be making it faster, bigger, and better. For me, one big failure happened when I tried to turn my art into a business when I was 18 years old, and as you can imagine, it didn't go as planned. Back then, I was only a painter. I didn't use any other medium than paint on canvas. And that was the way I was creative. That was the way I expressed myself. But then, suddenly, painting stopped being an expression of something deeply felt. It became a race to be relevant on social media, to be successful, and to prove that I can be an artist. I started making art faster, posting on Instagram every other day, and making a video every week, updating my shop every month, stopped noticing the clouds in the sky and the green grass beneath my feet. And that didn't happen because I consciously wanted it to, but because I felt like I had to do it, because I have to make it. And now when I look back, I realize that rushing is such a violent act. Rushing is violence toward myself, my art, and toward the life itself. Creativity, real, untamed, free-roaming creativity, takes time, and time is not an enemy. I used to believe that if I didn't make it by a certain age, it meant I wasn't meant to. I watched some YouTube creatives, I still do, that started years after me and are way more successful than me. I watch a girl who does art, who was just doing little art videos as she was looking for a job after college, and her channel picked up because of a trend she did, and soon, with uploading quality videos, she was earning a better living if she would go to work. So she said, okay, I guess I'm gonna be an artist. And me? I started more than 10 years ago and still need a job to support myself. We are all very different. Does this make me a worse artist than that girl? No, I just have a different path. Maybe the universe wants me to experience a different life than her. Does 10 years of failed attempts mean I should give up on my dream? I don't think so. Here is the thing. I don't really think we choose our dreams. Therefore, I don't think they could really be given up on. I think they can be found and observed within ourselves. I think that dreams are just a part of us, like a limb, not something we can just give up on or replace. If a dream is truly yours, it doesn't disappear because time has passed. It stays, waiting and gently evolving with your life's path. So no, I'm not giving up on my dream of becoming a full-time artist after 10 years of trying, because this isn't really about success or making money or meeting some imaginary deadline. This is about the fact that I love creating, and I feel I would like to do it all the time. And that is a reason enough to keep going. What dream are you not giving up on? If you feel like time is slipping away and you're falling behind, I want you to ask yourself, who told you there was a timeline? Who decided a deadline for your dreams? The truth is, you don't need to rush. Honestly, rushing any creative work usually makes it take longer at the end. Life isn't a straight line, and there are no real finish lines to cross by certain ages. There is no reward for being the first to succeed, or the youngest to sell a painting, or making 100 videos by the age of 20 or something. Those rewards are non-existent. You can take a break, you can slow down, and you can start over again and again and again, no matter what age you are or how many times you failed. A few months ago, I really decided I will take effort into stop rushing and start living. On my walks, I started mingling with nature instead of just walking and looking straight ahead of myself. I started creating for the joy of it again. I'm realizing that time isn't something to race against, it's something to live with. And that is when I knew my dreams had no expiration date. Thank you so much for being here and slowing down with me today. Here are my final flower cottages.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing.
On their roofs I put ordinary flowers because I believe that seeing beauty in the ordinary is the key to happiness and to peaceful, free life. I just love ordinary things and I hope you like them too. If you would like to see more of my videos, you can subscribe to my channel, check out my Instagram and my Etsy shop. The links are down below in the description box. And I will see you in my next video really soon.